You have just tuned into What's Good, What's Really Good. I am your host, Blue. I got my brother Panda Boy behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
I got a very special guest DJ with us today. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
What's up, guys? I'm Damion. Nice to be here with you guys. This is great. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. I met Damion at a Midnight Madness, which was a sunset after party, and he was going wild. Shout out to CC Spins. He throws so many events. Look him up on Instagram. Midnight Madness runs from like midnight to like 10 in the morning or something. Super insane.
He throws down very unique sets. I love it.
Right? Super crazy. So we got Damion here. Damion, tell us, how long have you been DJing for?
I've been DJing for probably like 15 years or so, like all together. I've been producing for just as long as well.
Oh, you produce? Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. Now, what is your favorite genre to play?
Definitely dubstep. The heavier, the better.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid growing up, I would listen to Metallica, and I was like, okay. But there would be moments where I just need heavier, harder. And it's definitely followed me into my adulthood because I do the same thing with dubstep. It's ridiculous.
I dig it. So along your journey, who is like your favorite artist, or who do you draw your most inspiration from as an artist?
I feel like when I was younger, it was definitely a lot of downlink. I just love that the dragged out Reese's, and that was it. But now, man, there's just so many people. But I would have to say probably Resurrect.
All right,
Resurrect's where it's at.
You know what? Me personally, I'm more of a house head. I like dub, and I can get into dub, but I'm more of a house head. But there are some dub who go hard, like Subtronics, of course. Like I love Subtronics. I saw Excision do a set in Atlanta, it was like a house set, and it was amazing. Yeah, I get into dub for sure.
So like a few years ago, whenever I first started getting into like the really big into the Tampa scene, I tried to do the more open format thing because I can definitely DJ just about anything.
Yeah.
But it just so happened that over time, people just started to know me for the heavier stuff. So I try to throw in a lot of like hybrid trap.
Yeah.
But it's like I also don't do like the same.
Yeah.
I like to switch up the rhythm, so it's not just the quarter notes. No, I'm hitting you with 16s, 8 notes, switching it up with triplets, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I absolutely dig that. Giving that variance, I love trap too, man. Trap is pretty hard too.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Man. I think I got to catch a little bit of a Troy Boy set at EDC, and it was insane.
Yeah, especially like Flosstradamus too.
Yeah. Now, what was your favorite set that you've seen live?
I'm definitely going to have to go with it. I feel like this might be a lot of people's favorite sets, but the Forbidden 4 at Forbidden Kingdom this year.
Oh, so
that was...
Now, who all was that?
Okay, so it was Sudden Death, Wooly, Excision, and who was the fourth one? Oh, I can't remember.
But look it up. Do your research. Look it up.
If you know, put it in the comments.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, I dig it. If you could do a dream collab, if you could do a B2B with any DJ right now, who would it be?
Man. That is a tough question. Probably.
They're calling you, Damion. They're like, Damion, come on the stage right now. I want to do a B2B with you. It is who? What star? What
All right, so I would definitely love to do a B2B with Void.
Okay.
But like, Sudden Death basically, but the Void. That is what I would like to do about it. I feel like it'd be an insane mix-up.
Absolutely. Didn't Sudden Death go back-to-back with somebody? Was it Marshmello?
Yes.
That was pretty big. They were making a pretty big deal about that. I haven't heard it, but...
No, it was definitely a good set. It was definitely good. But he's one of those ones where anytime you get him in a back-to-back, he's taking it over.
Yeah.
Because he's just...
I'm definitely a Marshmello fan. I dig Marshmello. I think his, variety. He changes to a lot of different styles and stuff like that. I dig it.
Well, fun fact, they say that Marshmello and Sudden Death were friends. And were friends before they both got famous.
Really? Oh, that's dope. Could you imagine that? Being friends before you're famous and then getting together and talking about your journey and where you are now, that's got to be dope.
Yes, it would be.
So, Damion,
I'm hoping for the same thing.
Yeah, right? That'd be lit.
I'm telling you, this Florida scene right now is on fire.
Imagine doing this interview and 5 years from now, we're both huge, and we do another interview.
Yes. Yeah, there will be another interview down the line.
Right?
The progress interview.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope for sure.
Yes, facts.
So we're not working on music. Music's out the way. We're not focusing on music. What do you do on your downtime? Do you have any hobbies or anything like that on the side?
So, fun fact that nobody would ever guess, but I am definitely 100% a plant dad.
A what?
Yeah, I love growing. That was my thing.
Okay.
I worked growing for Move, cultivating medical marijuana for the state for a while.
Yeah.
So growing's just always been a thing. Growing and music.
Really? How long were you into growing? Like, at what point did you start doing that?
I probably when I was like 25, I started getting interested in growing. So like 5 or so years ago.
Okay. What is your favorite thing that you've grown? Or what do you like to grow? Is there like one particular thing more than others?
Oh, I think we all know the answer to that. No, but
second to that.
So okay, so honestly, I like growing strawberries. They're fun.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
I've never seen strawberries. My parents are super agriculture, man. They're always growing stuff. I remember one of the first things they did was sugarcane. And sugarcane's easy, you just chop it and put it in the ground. And like sprouts everywhere.
Yep. And then you put one down and you got a forest of them.
Yeah. So, and they do corn a lot, but strawberries, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So catch you at the strawberry festival then.
Y'all hit me up. You never know. We might have a little dubstep night there.
Ooh.
Bring out all the rave fam.
Wow, man. Wow. Okay. So you're relaxing right now. What are you just doing? What do you like to do to chill? Are you like a movie guy? Are you a TV show guy? Are you a video game guy? Are you an anime guy?
So I definitely like to play video games, but I also like my series and I like to watch documentaries.
What? Okay.
Learning is a big thing for me. I love to learn. That is my.
I dig it. I dig that. All right. So documentaries. What are your favorite types of documentaries? Are they like animal documentaries? Are we talking about sports documentaries? Like, what are you talking about?
Like historical documentaries, or even like future-based technologies, or things about what's going on currently in the world, or even alien documentaries.
Oh, are aliens real?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
Absolutely. Just wait, because I just seen a thing today where they're talking about they're going to do another statement drop in Congress. I'm like, all right, cool. But ain't nobody worried about aliens right now. We're trying to figure out how to pay rent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the aliens been here.
Yeah, there are aliens out there. Yo, help us out because rent's too high. Like wages got to go up.
Right. We all need one of those beach top, rooftop things going on over there.
Oh yeah, you can get that, man. What's that, like $5,000 a month or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Aliens are real. Okay, I dig it. I think they're real too. I'm a huge conspiracy theorist. I mean, I think there's life at the bottom of the ocean and all sorts of stuff.
Underground.
Video games. What do you play?
Currently, I'm playing Starfield.
Really? I've heard of Starfield, but what is it? It's on Xbox, PS5?
So it's on Xbox. It's a Microsoft exclusive thing, which kind of upsets me because I have a PS5.
Yeah.
But I have a PC too, so I was like, so I did the Game Pass thing, and it's actually pretty bad. If you like Skyrim or those type of RPGs or like Fallout, because it's made by the same company.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but basically in space, and then mixed with No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I
dig it.
Yeah,
see,
it's intense.
I just started getting more like into gaming again. I'm more of a PS5 guy. I have a Switch. I got an Xbox, but I'm more of a PS5
I'm
guy.
also a PS5.
Man, I just bought a couple weeks ago. I just bought Hogwarts.
It's amazing.
It's a fun game.
It's good.
It's a fun game.
It's a good game.
I just love the open world games. You can go out there and do all the side missions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of part of how I unwind. I'm a big movie guy. I love to go to the movies. I don't need people. I can go by myself, get my popcorn, get my drink, and just watch something. And I get to like escape into a world of like nothingness. Like that's what I did.
Escape into a different reality for a moment.
Yeah. So I was like, so a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I'm gonna get a new game and I'm gonna explore this. And I started getting into it, and it was a lot of fun. There's a couple other games I'm eyeing. They have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game coming out soon, The Last Ronin. That's going to be kind of cool. So the storyline is like the other three passed away, and there's like one that's left.
Okay.
And also, I think there's a Spider-Man 2 that's going to be coming out for PS5.
Any Spider-Man game is always fun.
Oh, man.
You just get their web sling around buildings and
it's crazy this,
beat up villains. What
Right?
more can you ask for?
Exactly. But talking about beating up, let's talk about how you beat up these beats, man.
Let's do such
So
a thing.
you got an EP coming out, your first EP.
It came out last week, actually.
Uh-huh.
But, yes.
So what's it named? How many tracks you got on there?
It's called The Summoning, and there's 7 tracks on there. Basically the idea of it is it's The Summoning of Damion. It's the debut album of it.
Yeah.
So the idea, like inside of it, it's kind of a dark, eerie vibe that I have to it in the tracks, but they're heavy and there's so much variation between each drop. No drop is the same.
Yeah.
So I really strive for that. And then my favorite song on the whole album, though, is Dark Moon, because it just hits that metal aspect that I grew up with that I love so much.
I dig it. How many songs do you have on there?
7.
You got 7. All right. So you mentioned a lot of metal. Like, what are your favorite metal groups?
Oh, man. I love Slipknot, System of a Down. Currently, I'm really feeling Fallen in Reverse and Kim Dracula.
Okay.
Like, Kim Dracula is where it's at right now. If you haven't listened to that guy, like...
I'm a music fan. I love music in general. Mm-hmm. I never got too much into like heavy like metal, but I do always love Disturbed. I love Disturbed, and Fallen in Reverse is the one that I love too. Like I love
they're here Sunday.
Really?
Yes, my guy.
Snap.
They're here Sunday at Tampa. It's Fallen in Reverse, Avenged Sevenfold, and Kim Dracula.
Oh, snap. Avenged Sevenfold is another good one. Yes. See, I like the fact that they're still like heavy metal, but there's still like harmonies and melodies.
Melodic,
it's very melodic, even though it's heavy.
It's music.
It's music. I dig it, man. Mm-hmm. I don't know how anybody can say, I don't like this genre. Like, no, like music is music.
They're just not listening to it.
Right?
I'm the same way. It's like I'm not a big, huge house fan, but I can appreciate house if it's good. Yeah. Like there's been times where I've sat there and I've listened to house DJs, like good ones.
Yeah.
And I can follow because I'm like, oh man, that was a good drop. But if you're just the guy where you're doing from start to finish,
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
I can't.
But I've been listening to some house that has some dub influences in it. Like you listen
like
to
bass house?
Yeah. It's like I'm like, oh, like this is kind of insane.
My boy actually does bass house. Shamrock. You met Shamrock? Yeah. Oh man. He kills it on the bass house game. Yeah, for sure.
I dig it, man. Absolutely. So events you got coming up. You have the Halloween event coming up. Mm-hmm. How excited are you about that?
I'm actually really excited about that because me and CC had a deal. I was like, all right, for your first 2 events, I'll come in and I'm not gonna ask for no crazy spot. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna help you build. I was like, but Damion, Halloween time.
Yeah.
Like that is my month. Yeah. Like my goal is to have a headlining show each week. And I'm literally only 1 off right now.
Really? That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. So this event is also gonna be a costume party, right?
Yes, that's what I heard.
So you already got your costume ready?
No.
Oh, man.
No. But I promise you, CC, I will get a costume because I didn't do the all-white thing.
Yeah.
I fought it all the way to the end, and then the last day I actually went to Walmart and I bought a white tee. Oh, no, it was a white tee. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, oh, no, it's fine. You can wear wherever you want.
Yeah. You got to wear a costume for Halloween,
though. But it's Halloween, so it's going to be a costume.
What's it going to be, though? Huh?
I'm also trying to what if I just dressed up as the original costume I was going to do as for when I was going to DJ? Because I was going to do a gimmick.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yo, that'd be fire. If you dressed up for Halloween as your gimmick, that would be cool.
That would be funny.
That'd be really cool.
I'm gonna have to ponder on this, man.
Yeah. and then you mentioned home base, right? So you're excited about that.
That's probably the thing I'm most excited for. That's going to be a really good time. Shout out to Biotechnic because that kid's going places, doing the thing.
Yeah. So if you could give any aspiring DJ some advice, what would you tell them?
I think the most inspiring thing that I could say, I think we all need to focus more on helping each other and building each other up as opposed to trying to cut this person out or shove this person out of the way just so I can get ahead, because that's not helping the scene. It's literally when you're doing that, you're dragging everybody down.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you have a lot of gatekeepers. You have a lot of people who like, oh, I got this residency, and it used to be all me, or I got this going on, and it's like, yo, like, we're not gonna run out of success. Like, if you help somebody else, you're not gonna run out. Like,
right. And then if you're helping out that person and they get successful, then they're going to help you out in return.
Dude, they say a rising tide lifts all ships, bro.
Exactly.
So if you bring attention to an area or to somebody, then that area is gonna boom, and they're gonna be looking at that whole spot. You know?
Right. That's what it's always been about. So that's why I try to help any of the new DJs that come onto the scene to teach them anything and do whatever I can to help out in the community because it's the people. I remember who was there who supported me back before it was anything when I was struggling.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we're gonna wrap it up. I want you to tell everybody where they can find you. What are your socials? If they want to book you or where they can find you, let's tell them.
So when you guys want to book me, it's definitely going to be at DamionDub@gmail.com. I try to keep everything straight across the board so it's easy. If you want to get in contact with me to talk, probably the easiest way is going to be on Instagram. But if you want to book me, email's definitely the way to go.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you again, man.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me out, my guy. This is a good time. Make sure you guys check out the summoning because it's definitely worth the time.
Absolutely. All right. This has been What's Good, What's Really Good. Stay ravey.